What is 1 point on a mortgage? What does that mean? Let's break this down into 3 easy pieces. The first is, what is a point? The second is, what is the purpose of paying 1 point on a mortgage? And the third is, should you pay a point on your mortgage? First, what is a point? 1 point is equal to 1% of the mortgage loan amount. So let's say you're getting a mortgage for $100,000. 1 point is equal to $1,000. A half a point is equal to $500, and a quarter point is equal to $250. Does that make sense? So what is the purpose of paying a point on your mortgage? Well, if you pay a point, you're basically paying 1% of the mortgage loan amount up front in exchange for a slightly lower interest rate. How much of a reduced interest rate should you expect to get when you pay a point? Well, as a general rule, if you pay 1 point up front, 1% of your loan amount up front, you can expect to get about a 0.25% reduction on your interest rate. So if you had a 3% interest rate, you'd expect to get a 2.75% interest rate for paying that 1% of your loan amount up front. But this is just an estimate. The actual reduction in interest rate that you'll get with a point by paying a point depends on the lender and also the market. Are you with me still? We'll recap at the end. So on to our third point. How do you know if you should buy a point? Here are 3 questions you can ask to find out if you should buy a point. The first one is, do you have the money up front to buy a point? Next, find out exactly how much of a benefit you get in a reduction of interest rate if you buy a point versus if you don't. To do this, ask your lender for 2 quotes, one where you're buying a point and one where you aren't, and compare the difference in interest rate to see what the exact benefit is. And lastly, consider how long you're going to be in this mortgage without selling or refinancing, because the longer that you're in this mortgage, the longer you're going to benefit from a reduction in interest rate. So to recap, if you have the money up front to pay the point, and you know that the reduction in interest rate that you're getting is good, and you're going to be in that mortgage long enough to take advantage of the reduction in interest rate versus the amount of money you paid up front, then it might be worth it to pay the point. Do the math.